We're going live, YouTube. Sorry, Facebook wouldn't do it.
Yep, I see the button. All right. I will call the work session to order. We only have one item tonight, and that's the discussion of water and sewer rate increases. Guessing this is Stephen?
Yeah, that's right.
All righty.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Well, thank you, Mayor. Excited tonight for the opportunity to talk a little bit about the discussion on the utility rate increases here. Just as a little bit of background, back in November of 2018, the city contracted with Raffatellis Consultants, which presented a utility rate study that had a 5-year plan for recommended water and sewer changes and rate increases. Out of that plan, the first change in the rate structure and the increase was approved by the board on March 3rd of 2019. And that first increase was effective in the June 2019 utility bills in 2019. Going forward, the board has asserted that it would like to move forward with implementing the third increase out of this rate study that'd be effective March 21st for those utility bills. People would see those in the mail in early April 2021. And tonight we're really just looking for direction from the board as to continuing with the recommended rates from the rate study presented by Raffatellis. And then looking below here at the proposed calendar for this implementation process, Missouri statute requires that we must hold a public hearing prior to increasing any sewer rates. And it requires that we have a notification of the public hearing to be published in a newspaper at least 30 days prior to that public hearing. So this calendar you see on the staff report below starts to outline how that would look. So tonight here we have the discussion of the proposal. And then on December 17th, if the board would like to continue to pursue this, we would have that notice of public hearing published in the newspaper. And then early in January of 2021, we would provide rate information, the new proposed rates in newsletters, in residence utility bills that come out in December. And we'd also provide that rate information over social media. Near the end of January, we would hold a public hearing with the Board of Aldermen to have comments regarding those rates. And then in February, look to pass a resolution that would amend the fees if the board would like to go in that direction. And then on March 1st, those implementation of those new rates would occur. And then in April, you'd see the first utility bills that are produced under that rate structure. In the rest of the packet here, you can see the utility rate histories and what the new rates would be for various service charges and water usage rates, as well as the effects on the residential utility bills and some of the large commercial customers. That really wraps up what I have tonight to share. I can stand for any questions that you may have or discussion points.
Any questions or discussion?
Mayor?
Alderman Chevalier.
Melissa can go first.
I just think that we need to move forward. You know, that study was done and the needs we have coming before us in the next several years. So I think we stay on the path we are on right now.
Okay. Alderman Chevalier.
Yeah, I agree. Let's keep moving forward. We got good momentum. The only thing I would like to maybe just consider discussing is the sewer charges for folks that just move into a home and they don't have that averaging applied. I've gotten a few concerns about that. I'm just wondering, is there a better system that we can put in to help that out a little bit?
And Alderman Chevalier, we have had a number of requests and concerns expressed by citizens on that. Stephen and I have had conversations about that, and we anticipate a work session after the first of the year to discuss with the board kind of best practices as to what other communities are doing and ways we could look at that. So Stephen and his staff are currently reviewing that. We've had conversations, but we'd like to make sure we get through this fiscal year and the calendar year and kind of start that with new discussion. One other thing I might note, and I want to thank Stephen for his presentation and his mastery of something that's new to him here and presenting a rate study that's mid-study and mid-implementation. We have noted throughout the budget process that the utility fund will be one to take a lot of scrutiny and review over the coming months to make sure that we've got the funds available to do the projects that we've outlined. And we have had several conversations between staff and Piper Jaffray, our financial advisors, with regard to financial planning, and would anticipate as we move into expenditures in fiscal 21 that we will be looking at refinancing or issuing new COPs probably later this spring to help with cash flow. But we'll bring additional information forward to the board probably in a January, February timeframe as well.
Yeah, John, and I'm glad you brought that up. I know Kearney is talking about this right now too, because they actually do a second meter for water only, and it's a substantial charge to do that. So I'm sure that'll come up in Stephen's research because they're discussing raising those costs as well. So I know our situation is not probably perfect for anyone, but it sounds like a lot of communities struggle with this one. So anyone else? So it sounds like move forward and get the public notice posted then, right? All right. Any other questions for the board?
Well, that sounds good. I'll work with Linda to get that ready to go for the newspaper.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, since we only had the one item tonight and the other meeting does have a public hearing session, we go ahead and entertain a motion to adjourn, and I'll see you all again at 7.
I move to adjourn.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
I think it was Dan. Hey, or John, one of the two. All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed, say no. See y'all again in a few minutes.
And Mayor will be on the